Okay, yeah. Now we back. I got a question to ask both of y'all. Who's the best team in the East? No, not who's the best. Who is the team to beat in the East?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
Yeah.
I got to disagree with both of y'all.
The Knicks.
You're a smart man. Listen, although we lost the last 3 games, I think the Knicks and the Lakers.
Well, Brunson.
Well, we
hasn't
talking.
been there,
Let's
that's
stay on the East right now.
Okay, let's keep me on track.
Jalen has been hurt, and you keep the ball out of Randall's hand down the stretch.
Bro, speaking of that,
Joe from Family Guy, the paraplegic guy,
Yeah.
probably dribbles better than him.
Randall.
Horrible.
Randall, I got a message for you. Randall, which camera am I? Randall, do me a favor in the offseason. I know you work with Chris Brickley or whatever. Work on your handles, because down the stretch of games, you know what they're doing? They're forcing you to do the little Tasmanian devil spin move, and you're spinning right into the defense. Everybody in the world knows what you're doing, and it seems like you're the only person that doesn't know. Give the ball up. Give the ball up. Get it in the post. When you see the
He's
double,
trying to get it in the post, but it's
when you
not
see the
working.
double team coming, first of all, you panic. Instead of who used to do that? It might have been Kobe or somebody. Or no, Shaq. Shaq would get the ball in the post. Now, I'm not comparing you to Shaq, but Shaq would get the ball in the post, and he would wait. So whenever a guy come, he swing the ball. You get the ball, and then you're doing this jump, pass, and skip. Like, bro, calm down. We're missing Brunson, like you said, who should have been an all-star.
Of course.
He should have been an all-star.
I'll say, the Knicks, scary as far as they could disappoint a team. I don't know about a 7-game stretch, but I know they can go in and make a team think. They probably can, you go in there and win 2 games, and stretch it. Especially with the way they've been playing out, since the All-Star break, they could make a team work for it. It's not going to be an easy out,
Yeah.
I don't think so. And the Heat is the same way too. Even though they lost last night, Jimmy Buckets was performing, and a lot of other guys, but that Orlando team was giving them the business at the same time. But that's just a game. They couldn't beat the Heat in a series. But those guys outside the top tier, where we see Boston, Milwaukee, 76ers, the Knicks, the Heat, they could break some hearts. And the Cavs.
Yeah.
I was going to get to them too. Yeah. They could break some hearts in a few games and stretch it.
Yeah. Great call by Eric Spoelstra. I want to give Eric Spoelstra his props, because he had that. You saw the video where he was like, "Give the ball to Jimmy." Give the ball to Jimmy. He said it like 7 times. Give the ball to Jimmy, and that's great coaching. Give the ball in your best player's hands, and you can live and die with the results.
I like Jimmy, man. I'm a Butler fan, so I like Jimmy. Like them when we had him and wherever else he went. I mean, he's his talents is phenomenal.
Question for both y'all: is Jimmy Butler a dog?
Yeah. I think he's a scorer.
If you get kicked off of a team because you want them to play tougher, you're a dog.
Right. I'll give him that.
They kicked him off the team, bro. They collectively had a meeting and said, "Yo, we got to get this guy out of here."
But he just didn't suit with the 76ers.
But he's a dog for them.
Yeah. But he didn't suit with them.
No, not Sixers, Minnesota.
No, I'm saying he didn't. Well, we know he didn't mesh for them because Karl Towns, and he's not. To me, he doesn't have no dog in him. He's
Wiggins. Remember Wiggins as well was on that team.
Right.
But it's crazy though, because now that we see Philly made a huge mistake by keeping Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler.
Right.
And I understand they drafted him, but Jimmy Butler.
Nah, they chose to keep
Tobias, okay.
Over him.
That's right, Tobias Harris. Yeah. But that was a team that first of all, they should have beat Toronto. It took them 7 games, and it took a miraculous FanDuel shot from Kawhi Leonard for them to
subjective.
Advance.
It's subjective.
Who's coming out of the East?
Milwaukee.
I'm gonna go with the dark horse. I'm gonna say Philly.
Easy.
No,
6
no.
or 7.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say Philly.
I
think Joel Embiid is his time.
That dude.
It's a problem.
Embiid is that dude. I want to speak on his when he was plagued with injuries.
Yeah.
Still plagued with injuries.
Well,
it's knick-knack.
not like he was. Every player has little knick-knack injuries, but I'm talking about injuries that took him out for countless games.
Absolutely.
And you thought it was going to be another Greg Odom.
Absolutely. Okay, I got a question. Who is the deciding factor? Is it Embiid or ultimately probably Harden?
Oh, it's Embiid.
You don't think Harden has to do something to get them over the hump?
I might even include Maxey.
Well, Maxey's coming off the bench, so that was the key adjustment they made.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he get that playing time.
The reason why I say Embiid is because there was a stretch where Harden was arguably the best perimeter player in the league.
On the planet.
The thing with Embiid is that his skill set, and I know we talk a lot about players nowadays about, we haven't seen, but you're talking about a 7-foot guy that has touch under the basket, can shoot the three. He has a pull up. He's like a hybrid because he can play low post. He can play outside. He can play inside.
He's
dominant.
Athletic version of Dirk, if you will. A little bit. Like as far as shooting big, we haven't seen nothing like that since Dirk.
What? You mean tell me Deadly Shrimp wasn't the guy?
Who?
No, nah.
Who? Rick Smits? Come on.
Nah, yeah. Embiid is better than all them guys.
Embiid can score on all 3 levels.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that since Dirk, to me.
Well, he's way much bigger than Dirk, so
yeah,
that might be.
He's a little more athletic as well.
But he's a way better post scorer than Dirk. Dirk really didn't want to mix it up down there.
Yeah, he was more of a 3-point.
He was more of a mid range to 3-pointer.
Right.
Dirk really
Dirk don't he ain't really want to bang.
Yeah, he ain't want to mix it up
because he was bottom heavy.
Yeah.
Pause.
So
it depends. When he played smaller guys like Haslam,
then he would
Surge,
yeah.
That's when he go.
But for the most part, no matter who's on Joel Embiid, he's putting them in the post.
I mean, I don't trust the Sixers, man. Sixers are like the Warriors to me. I can't really put too much trust in them right now. It's too many what ifs. If Harden does this,
I won't even include the Warriors in that, man, because those guys are proven to win. They've won chips, so
at home.
Right, but I'm just saying
on the road. Listen to this. They got an 8-game, I think a 7 or 8 game win streak at home.
Right.
8-game losing streak on the road.
Right. Yeah.
That is polar opposites.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
That's not 50-50. They're 7 for 26 on the road.
I'm just saying, but I mean
7 for 26.
But the difference is
if they played every game at home, win the championship.
But the difference is they win. They are the current defending champions. So no matter how you slice it, they are the champions right now. I mean, I trust them more than I trust the Sixers, but that trust is slightly.
So
what about Boston? Where y'all put Boston as far as?
Well, see, I got either Boston or Milwaukee. That's how I got it.
And beating them third.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But speaking on the Warriors in the West.